Hey guys, Bats here. So, yeah guys, it's been a little bit longer than I had promised. You know, make sure you don't miss next video. It's going to be coming out in about 2 days or so. For the Q&A, and I do apologize about that. I did actually have the first take of the Q&A done in the 2 days, but it was about an hour long, so I decided to actually write down my questions and try to cut down some time. I did it a second time a few weeks later after I forgot and remembered it again. I wrote down my questions, and then it was like 45 minutes. And now here we are, trying again for the third time, and I'm trying to get around like a 20-minute to like a half-hour mark, so I'm going to try to cut down on like over-explaining things. It's just some things here, they do need to be talked about. But before we get into the questions, I did want to say really quickly that big announcement, I will be moving over to PC for Season 2 of Legend of Gotham. I honestly think it's a better choice. Personally, I just think that PC is the best choice for my series because, you know, I got to talking with Tayo actually around when Season 1 was ending, and he actually told me about the first time he came across my Batman series, and he said to me, he said, you know, I really like what you did with the story. I thought it was, you know, it was different, it was a little bit unique, and, you know, you put your own aspects into it, which he liked. And he said, honestly, I don't normally watch Minecraft Xbox videos or like console edition. Like, he only likes, if he's gonna watch Minecraft videos at all, it's gonna be PC ones. And he said the only reason I kept watching yours is because I liked the story. Like, that was pretty much it. And he was like, I honestly think, like, you know, you're doing good in the story aspect, but he said, I think you need to upgrade in terms of quality. And I 100% agree. So currently, I'm working on moving my series over to PC. I can't move my world here on Xbox over there, so I am actually making a new one. But it's a lot easier because I have world edit, so stuff that would take me like a week is taking me like a day, which is amazing. So hopefully my Gotham shouldn't take that long to make over there. I should have like a fully functioning Gotham just for my series. You know, a decent enough one that I can use. I should have it hopefully in like a month or two. That's what I'm going for. Maybe a bit more, but we'll see. I also do have to wait for Tayo to add stuff into the mod as well. I did request a few things, obviously villains and stuff that I do need. And he said he'd let me know. So yeah, when I answer these questions today, there's some questions here about, you know, how many villains are going to be in this season and stuff like that. I don't 100% know yet because I don't know what he can add into the mod. I just told him, you know, let me know what you can and can't add, and I will adjust accordingly. So I will have episodes planned out that may never even get to air, depending on, you know, what villains get to be added and so on. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that because obviously I know there is updates coming to the console editions and Windows 10 edition where they're all compatible and whatnot, and that's all good. You know, there's going to be custom skins and stuff, but I personally don't like how it looks. It could just be the beta because I've played the beta, but I just think it looks like Pocket Edition on Xbox, and like even the way the game like moves and feels, it's too, I don't know, it's kind of a little bit too weird for me. Like, it's like we got upgraded but we also got downgraded. I'm not a big fan. I like I'm using the Xbox One version now, the one that's not the compatible with everything, the better together one. And personally, I still like this better. And I'm already used to the PC controls anyway. And obviously, like, the way the flying mechanics work and everything works on the Better Together update is different anyway. So I really don't want to have to get used to that. You know, I've already got myself used to PC by recording with Tayo, so I figure it's probably better. If I'm gonna upgrade, I might as well go the full 9 yards and go to PC. So yeah, that way I can have custom skins, mods, all of it. You know, I can even obviously I can make my game look better. I can put shaders on it. I'm actually working on getting a PC. I'm buying one, so hopefully I can run shaders. That'd be nice, make the series look a lot nicer. But I'll see. That's all, like, you know, I'll plan that later on as we go. This is all just speculation. But that being said, let's get into the questions. I'm going to try to breeze through these guys. I'm going to try to get it on like 20 minutes to a half hour, but the past couple takes I've done is, you know, obviously I haven't gotten them done that fast. So I'm going to try to just briefly go through these questions. And yeah, so first question comes from the Crippling Gorilla, who asks, in the episode Homefront, an actor fell in chemicals. Does that mean Clayface will be in season 2? Yeah, Clayface will appear later on. I'm going to hopefully try to have him in season 2. And some people were confused by that. That was not Joker. That was not like pre-Joker, like, you know, the person he was before he was Joker. Which in some continuities, it varies based on who's writing it and whatever. I personally like having Joker's identity unknown. That's just me. But I do like having him fall into the chemicals and whatnot. I just don't like knowing his name. I like him being, you know, mysterious and unknown. So, yeah, that was not Joker before he was Joker. That was actually the hint that should have given it away. There was 2 of them. We were in Daggett Industries, so, you know, Clayface from the animated series. That was, you know, how he got his origin was from Roland Daggett. And he said he was an actor before he fell in the vat. I know it was very Joker reminiscent. I kind of thought about that after I did it, and I realized a lot of people were confused, but that is Clayface. That is supposed to be Clayface. I wanted him to get exposed to the Renew You in some sort of way that was different than the animated series, but I still wanted to have that similar origin because I do like that origin. So I made it that he was hired by Penguin to actually, you know, take control of Roland Daggett's factory and try to, you know, kill Roland Daggett. And yeah, he ends up falling in the chemicals himself. So it's a bit of a different origin, but yeah, that is supposed to be Clayface, and I'm gonna try to have him in season 2. Yes, and there'll be kind of like a revenge plot on Batman. Bats1103 asks, how many mods will there be in season 2? A lot. Like I said, the Gotham City world I'm building, like we're on this server where we're all each building our own city, and we have a bunch of these different mods that work with the city, like the like street lights and all this crazy stuff. So there's gonna be those mods plus the ones I want to have, like Superheroes Unlimited, Legends Core, those ones, because I want to have like the Bat suit and all that sort of stuff, the Robin suit and all the different characters suits in there. And I want to have mods where I can have guns and stuff like that, and you know, knives and all that crazy stuff, like weapons. So I'm not actually sure how many mods there will be, but there will be quite a few. This question comes from the Arkham Knight. When will season 2 be out? I can't say for sure. Like I said, I got to build that new city. I've also got to wait for stuff to be added into the mod, so we'll see how it goes, but I'll keep you guys updated. So follow me on social media, because I'll try to keep you guys updated on there. That's a lot easier than making videos about it. Will Nightwing ever be in the series? From Avery Alexander. Well, Nightwing will be, but just not yet. Obviously, in time, if things go to plan, Nightwing will show up in later seasons. And yeah. But yeah, Nightwing will be in the series eventually. From Future Films Animation, what happened to Croc? Where did he go? Croc, I'm still trying to figure out about him, but really, Croc right now, he's kind of went underground again. He's not really, he's just kind of waiting, you know. He's a little bit angry about what happened, you know. He wants to get back at Batman, so he's just kind of waiting right now. But he'll show back up again. Whether that's this season, who knows? But Croc will pop his head back up again, hopefully in the next few seasons. D-Punk asks, how many villains can we expect to see? Well, I have a list right here of all my villains that I want to have. I would say, now I'm saying this obviously, I'm saying this as I don't know which ones are going to be added in the mod, because I asked Ty, I was like, if there's any that's too much trouble, like, just let me know and I'll change the story around. But right now, at least like 6 or 7 villains will be in it as like main plot points. Like, they'll have an episode about them, or, you know, whatever. So, you know, and that's not even including like cameos from villains who aren't even villains yet, from characters, you know, who haven't become their villain counterpart yet, and, you know, people like the Penguin who appeared in last season who might make a brief cameo. So there's lots of possibilities for villains this season. But yeah, at least 6 or 7 for sure. That'll be part of the main story, and have, you know, a few episodes about him. Will Hush be the next villain in season 2? This is from Fallen Hero. Hush will not. Hush won't come up. I'd say he's more season 3 material from what I've got planned in my head. If anything, maybe later down the road he could be a different season. I don't know. But yeah, Hush definitely won't be in season 2, but he could be like season 3, 4, or whatever. So yeah. But yeah, Hush will not be the main villain for for season 2. Luke Skywalker the second asks, what's your favorite episode in season 1? Favorite episode? That's tough because the last 3 episodes, 4, 5, and 6, were my favorites mainly because I actually started writing scripts. Beforehand, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but a lot of it was winging it. Like 4, 5, and 6, I actually wrote scripts, so they were a little bit more in depth. The stories were better. It was just a lot more fun. So those last 3 episodes, it's kind of hard to choose between them because I like them all for different reasons. But yeah, those last 3 episodes were really good. But I guess if I had to pick one, I guess the season finale. Season finales are always the most exciting for a lot of shows. So you know, for each season. So yeah, season finale, I guess. Episode 6. At the end of season 1, you introduced Dick Grayson, with you seeming to favor Tim Drake Robin. It begs the question: will there be a time jump? This is from the Batman JBG, and there will be a time jump, but it won't jump to Tim Drake. I love Tim Drake, don't get me wrong, but not this season. I want to explore Dick Grayson's Robin for a little bit before we do that. So yeah, although I would like to get to Tim Drake at some point, not yet. There will be a time jump of 2 years from the season finale of season 1 to where the main story picks up in season 2. There will be a 2-year time jump, but besides that, yeah, no, there won't be a jump to Tim Drake just yet, but Tim Drake will pop up, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, later on this series. Not this season, later on in the series. Is there a chance you will do a Batman Beyond episode? And it says in brackets here, only one, not affecting the main series. And this is from the Beansmith. Well, the Beansmith, I will say, I would love, personally, to do a Batman Beyond episode. That would be so cool, but I see that as like an endgame type thing. Like you were saying here, one that doesn't affect the main story, and probably only like one of them. If I were to compare it to anything, it would be like the epilogue episode from Justice League Unlimited, where it shows, you know, Terry McGinnis take up well, he already had the mantle taken up. It shows Terry McGinnis and how it showed how he was a clone of Bruce, if anything. But I wouldn't do it like that. I do it more so where it shows Terry pick up the mantle if I was going to do it. I do it like how the beginning of Batman Beyond started, if I was going to do a Batman Beyond episode. But like I said, I don't know the ending to my own series yet, because I'm only going to season 2. But if there were a list of ways I would want my series to end, you can bet Batman Beyond is on that list. So yeah, I would love to do that at some point. Okay, Epic for Reals Gaming asks, will Condiment King appear in your series? That is hilarious, and although I would love to do that, like I would do it in a way that, like, of course makes, you know, Condiment King a complete and utter joke. I'm not going to say how I'd do it because, well, you know, it could happen. Anything could happen, you know, in the series. But, yeah, like, in terms of Condiment King, the thing is, I have to ask Tayo, you know, to add these villain suits into the mod and, you know, add them in, you know, their models and everything. So, to go to him and say, hey, I need Condiment King, it kind of makes my credibility go a bit down. Like, you have to understand, I am a writer with him. I help him with writing and stuff, and he, of course, helps me as well. So I kind of lose a bit of credibility if I start asking for things like this. So I'll put it to you this way. If he puts Condiment King in the mod on his own accord, or because you guys ask him or whatever, man, like, I'll do it. I'll put him in there, and I'll do it in such a way that it'll be great. It'll be a great reference. I'll love it. But I'm not going to ask. I really am not going to ask for that. I mean, like, I don't want to waste anybody's time for, like, a small reference like that. So, yeah, if it happens, it's because that Condiment King was already in the mod previously. So, yeah, if you guys want Condiment King, go talk to Tayo. Sorry, man. Sorry in advance. But yeah, hit him up in his comments section if you want Condiment King. I am a horrible friend. Okay, so these are a few questions from Impulse591. He actually commented, you and your friends did a great job in Season 1, so thank you. I really do appreciate that. That's a really nice thing to say. First question, how do you come up with your script ideas? Well, what I do, I take this idea, where like, you know, what I want to have happen, like what's the main villain, what I want their kind of arc to be, and then you go from there. Then you kind of decide what you want to do with that. Like for instance, I decided for season 1 I want to have Penguin, and I said, you know what, I want to have Penguin attack these rich families. Well, of course, okay, who can he attack? I start listing off, you know, different rich families. I start looking stuff up. You know, Roman Sionis is on the list. Okay, Black Mask episode. Then we have Bruce. You know, Bruce Wayne's a rich guy. I want to do him later on this season because you don't want to do Bruce Wayne right away, of course. So I'm going to do him later on in episode 5. But I want Penguin to attack his home. That'd be so cool. I want a home invasion episode. Then I do that. So like, it's just kind of, you know, you get the overarching theme and then you start building it up from there. And that's kind of how I come up with my script ideas, because then I know what I want to do for each episode. Obviously, I didn't get around to all the stuff I wanted to do, because there was one episode, I think it was the end of episode 4, where Penguin just, like, him and his gang just slaughter a bunch of people. Like, they slaughter a lot of gang leaders and stuff like that, and a bunch of other people. So, like, that sort of stuff, those were stuff I never got to touch up on, but, like, they were just good as a reference, just to kind of throw them in, like, okay, Penguin's eliminating all these rich guys and mob bosses or whatever. But yeah, just like, you know, kind of build it from there and figure out what kind of stories you want to tell. What stuff interests you, you know, and yeah, go from there. Second question, is there going to be 6 episodes in season 2 as well? It's looking like there's going to be more, but who knows? There might be less, because like I said, depending on who gets into the mod, based on what episodes get put out. So yeah, based on that, I'm going to say more than 6 for now, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, there could be changes. We could be subjected to changes, so, but I'm just telling you what I know right now. Episode 3. Question 3. Is Robin going to be in episode 1? Yes, episode 1 will be focused on Robin, believe it or not. I put a thing on my Instagram, my Twitter. Go follow them both if you like updates on stuff. I put something up there where I showed that I had finished my season 2 episode 1 script, and I showed the little title of it. I gave a little sneak peek, and it's titled Reckoning. So just like how season 1 episode 1 was around Batman's origin, season 2 episode 1 will be around Robin's. I want to keep that a consistent theme in my series, something that's not really you know, like I just kind of thought was unique that I kind of do, is that, you know, the beginning of each season could be an origin for different characters that I bring in, you know, different sidekicks or whatever. So it's going to be called Reckoning, off of Robin's Reckoning from the animated series. That episode, I will admit, is going to be kind of similar to the animated series episode, but I'm adding my own twist in it. I found a way to put another villain in there that I thought would make it interesting. So it is going to be a bit different, but yeah, I will say it is a little bit like Robin's Reckoning. I try to be unique, but, you know, obviously I'm a big fan of the animated series, so it is kind of hard sometimes. I am a fan of the Batman and all the, you know, some of these other shows as well. So you're going to see similarities throughout my series, like anything, but I like to think that I put my own unique little twist and spin on things. So hopefully you guys are liking that so far, because there's going to be more down the road. Okay, next question. Will Alfred play a big role, and can you tell his origin? It's from AJ Cook. Well, Alfred was a big role last season because he was like, yeah, Bruce, you probably shouldn't, you know, dress up like a bat and beat up people. And then Bruce was like, I'll do what I want. Get off my back, old man. And then, yeah, they kind of had that whole little thing for like the whole season. But you'll see in season 2, Alfred's a little bit more accepting, so it shows his arc has kind of come to an end, where he's kind of accepted. And even at the end of season 1, you can tell, he says, you know, I don't care if you're Batman anymore, that's fine, but you need to make time for Bruce Wayne too. You need someone who can bring you more into the light and help you balance these two identities, is really what he was kind of trying to say to him. And that's where Robin comes in. It was very ironic, because then later on he meets Robin. That's the whole point. So I would like to tell his origin at some point, but Alfred played a pretty predominant role in season 1, but he could play a bigger role later on. But I'd say, if anything, his role is a little bit more diminished now, because now Bruce is going to be getting more sidekicks and whatever, and that's going to obviously undermine Alfred a bit more, but he'll still be relatively big of a role. Next question comes from Boondoggle, is why is it called Batman Legend of Gotham? Shouldn't it be Gotham Legend of Batman? The series is about him. Well, the thing is that the way I worded it is it's Minecraft Batman Legend of Gotham, which is entailing that Batman is the Legend of Gotham. That's how it's worded. So Batman the Legend of Gotham is implying that Batman is the Legend of Gotham that I'm referring to in the title. He is the legend. So obviously Batman Beyond episode would be perfect because that completely would make sense considering, the legend continues. Gotham Legend of Batman also makes sense because Batman's legend is obviously probably told in Gotham City. Like, in Gotham City there's the Legend of Batman. However, Minecraft Batman Legend of Gotham has a bit of a better ring to it than Minecraft Gotham Legend of Batman. Just because it has Minecraft Batman's the first thing you see, so you click on it, sort of thing. It's just like it's more noticeability than anything else. You want to have Batman closer to the front or the beginning of your title. So yeah, both of them reference Batman and how it's about him. It's just different wording, really. They both work. But yeah, good question. Next few questions come from Name. Any advice to make a Batman series? Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit in depth on this. I'm gonna try to be a little bit quick though. Do your own thing, really. Like, okay, you can take inspiration from different things. I'm taking inspiration from different episodes or whatever, but I add my own twist to it. Like, I add my own stuff to it. I have seen people, which is fine as long as they're giving me credit, I don't care, but I have seen people who have blatantly, completely just taken my episodes and remade them almost in a way, used like almost the same dialogue, same setting, same villains, very similar, which is perfectly fine. But, as long as you credit me, I'm cool with it. But really, you're hurting your own storytelling aspects because you're not really doing anything new for yourself. Like, you know what I mean? So, my best advice to you, take things here and there from different episodes, but or from different, not episodes, from different mythos of Batman is what I meant to say. From different, take inspiration from different things, of course. You can take an idea from an episode of the animated series, you can take an idea from the Batman or whatever, but put your own spin on it. Make it your own. Make it different. I have seen so many people just, they kind of just retell the same stories, and I've seen people retell ones that I've told, and I'm like, but why would you want to do that? Mine's already been told. Now you need to tell your own story. That's the point. For me, Batman's great because he has all these interesting characters, and there's so many different things to do with them. Like, it's so crazy. Especially in season 2, I'm gonna try to do this a bit more, where I wanna have villains team up that really don't team up that often. I want to be different. That's how the animated series always did it. They were being different, and by doing that, they created characters like Harley Quinn and stuff like that. And obviously, not every idea I'm gonna make is original, and that may sound hypocritical because you're like, oh, Badger told me to be original, but your Black Mask episode, you copied Black Mask's origin from the comics. Well, of course I did. I like his origin, but as you can tell, I added it in so that Penguin was really the catalyst for what created Black Mask. He was the reason Black Mask burnt his house down. Roman Sionis would have never thought of that until he was given the opportunity to do it. And then, that makes it even more, crazier, So, there are things you can do to include that make it a bit different. But, even for, my dialogue and stuff, I made, I don't even think I put in, Batman quotes. Yeah, I'll do things that Batman probably would have said, or, would say in a situation like this. I don't quote things very often, and if I do, it's because I really like the quote. If I ever say, I am vengeance, I am the night, I am Batman, it's because that's an awesome quote that Conroy did. Not saying I'm ever going to do that, but, it's a cool quote. I would use it if I ever had the chance it came up. If it was the right scenario and it actually sounded and looked good. But that's what I'm saying, is that, obviously, I'm not perfect. I'm going to take inspiration from stuff, and not everything I'm going to do is original. But what I'm saying to you guys is, if you want to make a Batman series, be unique. Now, don't be unique to the point where it just sacrifices everything about the story. You're being unique because, then your story goes down the drain. Well, then that's a bit of a problem as well. And that might just mean that, maybe, if you were relying on other people's stories before, that might be why making original stories is hard, because really you're hurting yourself by doing that as well, as if you directly copy somebody. So I know I'm going a bit of a rant here, but I want to make that very clear, because I've seen this happen, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not even, it doesn't anger me or anything that people copy me. I just, it kind of sucks for them because now they're hurting themselves in terms of storytelling aspects. They're not thinking outside the box. They don't get the chance to because they're just copying somebody else. So taking inspiration and doing bits of stuff that are similar is good, but like also do your own stuff. I'm gonna try to do that more as I continue on. Like I will take inspiration from other things and put my own twist on them, but I will try to make some of my own original stories as well. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. A little bit of a rant, but yeah, any advice to make a Batman series? Be different, but like don't change what Batman is either. Like, you know, like don't make him something he's not just because you want to be different in the story. Like, don't make Batman like, you know, this horrible person. I mean, sometimes he is, I guess he is portrayed like horrible, but like, don't make Batman like a criminal or something because you're like, oh, it's different. No, like that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like be different with your stories and like have different sort of things happen. Yeah, that's enough rant about that though. Okay, number 2. Will there be a season 2 trailer? This is also from Name. Will there be a season 2 trailer? Possibly. I'll have to see. Third question, will there be a schedule? I'm going to say no for now because I don't like being on the schedule because if something comes up and then I'll feel bad if I don't make it, the schedule. But I'll try. I'll try to make one, and if I don't make it, I'll make my own personal one, and I'll try to stick to it, and if I don't stick to it, then that happens. But we'll see. And also, last question from Name, any Season 1 bloopers? No, there's just too many clips to sort through. I can't do bloopers with that. There's just too many clips. I just didn't have the time. This question comes from Night Guardian. Will Season 2 have more characters than 1? Of course, yeah, we're going to have more characters, like, you know, new characters introduced while some of the old characters are going to come back. So, yeah, of course, more characters. Liam Eltec, I think it is. Sorry if I said that wrong. Season 1 was based around Penguin. Who will Season 2 be based around? Awesome question. Season 2 will be based around Joker, so expect some fun stuff from that. Joker will be the main villain. A random user asks, is Scarecrow going to be in the series? Yes, but not this season. That's all I'll say on that. Inian, I think I might be saying this wrong. I'm so sorry if I'm saying the name wrong. Inian Games, I think, asked 2 questions. Are you following a certain Batman universe? Like I just said previously, I'm trying to do my own thing, but yes, I am taking inspiration from different universes. There are certain structures I'm going to follow, like, you know, the Robin order is going to go Dick, Jason, Tim, and, you know, like that. And Damian, I guess, if I do him. Yeah, like certain ways the universe works, like how it runs and how, like, the order of how characters are brought in stuff. I know the Batman was a bit different because they brought Batgirl in first, which I thought was cool, but I'm doing Robin first just to kind of stay traditional. But I did like how they brought in Batgirl first. That was pretty cool. But like, yeah, I'm going to try to be different, but sometimes in terms of like the overall, like how the continuity for some of the characters, how they're introduced and whatnot, at least with like Batman supporting characters like sidekicks and stuff, I'll try to keep that pretty consistent. But like, you know, Batman, you know, obviously, I guess in a lot of continuities, Batman met Joker before he met Penguin, but I just kind of changed that because I want it to be different. So I'm not really sticking to any sort of universe, but I am taking inspiration here and there. Second question, are you going to use the Elytra to glide in your series? I won't actually, because in the mod, Superheroes Unlimited, shout out again, Tayo made it. It's so cool. If you hit a certain key while you're falling, the Batman suit that you're wearing in the mod, the cape stretches out and he starts gliding with it. So cool. I'm going to be using that instead. It's going to be way better for cinematics. It's Jack Boy. Dang, what a name. What skin do you use for Batman? I used the Black Panther skin from the Avengers skin pack. It's not available anymore because they took it off the store, but I used that. It's been very good to me. However, I'm not going to be using it much anymore because I'm going to be using a Bruce Wayne skin, my own custom skin, and I'm going to be using a Batman suit from the mod over the skin, so it's going to be pretty awesome. So yeah, we're getting the upgrades. But yeah, that was the skin I did use. Do you plan on adding any Justice League members in Season 2? This is from BattyBats2099. Oh, you got me. I've been debating on adding Superman, actually. That's all I'm going to say. Because Dick Grayson is Robin currently, and like I said, I like to stick to certain continuity things that like I just kind of like certain things that I like, events that happened in certain orders that I like the Order of Robins I like. I also like how Superman met Batman when Dick was still Robin. I want that to happen. So it depends on how long I want Dick to be Robin for before I switch him out. So Superman might be in this season, he might be later, but it all depends on like if he works for the story. I don't want to throw him in there if it doesn't work, obviously. I want the story to be good. So if Superman and Batman meet, yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll have to see what happens. Anyway, moving on to the next question. Will we ever see Justice League or Teen Titans in the universe? This is from Monster Hunter 108. Justice League, yeah, probably eventually. Like, once again, this is all hypothetical, assuming I'm like seasons and seasons down the road. Justice League, yeah, I'd love to do Justice League. And Teen Titans, I'd probably reference it. Maybe I could have an episode about them. Maybe they save the Justice League or something. I don't know, but this is all far down the road. Dang. But yeah, I would love to do that. So really, I'm not going to promise all these stuff is going to be in here because I don't know how long this series is going to run for. I hope it runs for a while. But once again, if it runs as long as I would like it to, and it does all the things I would like it to, these are all things I would personally want to happen. So some of these questions, I'm just going to tell you what I would want to happen. So yes, I would want Justice League and Teen Titans to be in the universe, but once again, all depends on how far we go. This question comes from Saints Row 123474. Will the second season be focused on one villain or be like the new cartoons? Focused on one villain, but there will be aspects of the new cartoons where like some episodes, like in season 1, will be based around other villains, and we'll go from there. So it'll be kind of like the new cartoons in that sense, where each episode might have its own little theme of like a different villain or whatever. But yeah, for the most part, it's gonna have one overarching villain though. So yeah, next question comes from, a few questions actually come from the Batwing Let's Play. First one is, so when you do Robin, is he going to have the underwear or the pants? Pants. Base God is actually playing Dick Grayson. He told me, if you make me wear the little undies, I am actually going to quit. So, guess we're doing the pants. Yeah, that was actually what he said to me. Fun fact. He was like, I think his exact words were, if you make me look like a goob, or a goober, I am actually going to leave. And I was like, okay, I will give you the pants then. Next question from the Batwing Let's Plays. Will Vicky Vale be a love interest? If I can make it work. I don't want stuff, like I said, I don't want stuff to be forced. Because obviously, depending on how many episodes we have, it depends on how in-depth I can go on this stuff. Like, I'm not going to, introduce characters if they don't really pertain to the plot. Like, yeah, I can set them up, I can have them be referenced and kind of be like, okay, they're in the universe. But for right now, I'd say Vicky Vale. She might actually be reporting stuff with Jack Ryder if I do have her in it. I had to find somebody for Vicky Vale, of course. That's a bit of a tough one. But yeah, I will say I do want Vicky Vale in it to some capacity, but I don't know if she'll be a love interest. And I believe that's it from the Batwing Let's Play. Next goes to X Major X Boob X Boy. Dang, what a name. How did you go from having a high-tech bat cave to the Season 2 cave? Well, the thing is, a lot of people were a little bit, like, I heard some people saying, like, my current one in my series is bland. The thing is, I picked that bat cave solely for the point that it's a starter cave. It's not, like, Batman's not going to start off with this high-tech cave, and some people might be like, but bats, what about the Batman? In that show, his cave was looking pretty nice. If you remember in the first episode, they celebrate him after 5 years of being Batman. So yeah, his cave would look pretty nice after 5 years, but like right now, Batman's only gonna be like year 3 maybe. I'm gonna be adding more trophies and stuff. The Batcave, like, it will evolve to some capacity. But see, I think this question might actually be confusing the short movies in the series. My Batman short movies, I've said this so many times, it's separate from my series. They're not the same universe. So in the short movies, yes, it has the high-tech Batcave, and I built the high-tech Batcave. But for my series, I'm starting from the beginning, so I don't want to have that high-tech Batcave at the very beginning. That just doesn't make sense, plot-wise. Just like how, characters develop, the Batcave needs to develop over the series. But yeah, I probably will stay at the animated series Batcave. I'll just keep updating it in each season and making it different. But I don't know if I'll ever actually go to that high-tech one. That one's pretty crazy. Like, that would have to be like, yeah, like that's also like a lot bigger. Like it's just I don't know if it's bigger than my animated series one because you guys haven't seen the full animated series Batcave yet. I have. It's a lot bigger if you look at it, but um, I'll put it this way: the Batcave had to be blown up to made into the high tech one. Like the shape of that one isn't the shape of the one I currently have for my series, so yeah. But I'm gonna try to be different with it, upgrade it, make it look kind of cool. But yeah, I don't want anything too high tech because we're just starting out. But maybe I can upgrade to it later. We'll see. But I like it how it is. I don't know. Maybe it's just this, it looks bland because it's animated series one of Minecraft doesn't look as crazy because it's animation going to block form. So MK Lego Productions asks a few questions. Will Bruce willingly train Robin, or will he prefer to work alone? He's gonna prefer to work on his own. He doesn't really want to endanger Dick Grayson, but he'll come around. You'll see why. The way he comes around is interesting. It's something kind of you wouldn't expect. Will Barbara Gordon and Harvey Dent be set up in season 2? They will. They will actually. I want to have them both in it. How long does it take to make each episode of your Batsman series? Good pun. I like it. That's from JD, I think. Wing 105. I'm sorry. Once again, if I say anyone's name wrong, apologize. Not my intention. Don't mean no disrespect. So, how long does it take? I used to be on this sort of schedule where I could make them every 2 weeks. Like the first 3 episodes, that's where I was at. I want to get back to that. That was a decent schedule. So yeah, I guess 2 weeks. 2 weeks is probably the least amount of time it's probably taken me. Somewhere around that area. Will Firefly be in season 2? That's from Gecko Man 44 and I Want Hippo. Yeah, Firefly will be in season 2. It'll be quite interesting. You'll have to wait and see for that one. What happens there? Next question comes from J-Man Chu. What up, man? Will Anarchy or Prometheus be in future seasons? J-Man likes Anarchy and Prometheus. He thinks they're very underappreciated characters. Future seasons, yes. Not season 2, but I'll try to hook you up. He wants some good Anarchy and Prometheus storylines to be done. He finds not a lot of storylines do them justice. So you know what? I'll try to help you out with that. Maybe in a future season. Next few questions come from Super Surditz, I think. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce things anymore. Sorry if that's wrong. Will Batman get darker personality-wise this season? If anything, Batman gets a bit lighter. Like he's gonna be still like dark, brooding Batman. He's not gonna be all happy 50s Batman. That would be that would be horrible. I've read a lot of 50s comics, so like I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, in terms of that, will Batman get darker? No, but he's not going to get all chipper either. He's not going to be all happy. He's just going to be like, he's got someone to pull him more into the light. He's got someone like Robin, who is just a lighter character. That was the whole point of Robin when he was first introduced, was to make Batman a lighter character. So he's going to lighten him up a little bit. But obviously, once we get further down the road, someone like Jason gets introduced, then we're going to get into the darker personalities. Good question, though. Will Mr. Freeze or Deathstroke be in season 2? And they also asked for Bane as well. Will Bane be in it? Mr. Freeze will be, Deathstroke and Bane will not. That's all I'll say on that. Will fight scenes improve? Of course. Obviously PC is going to be improving the way things look visually, so obviously the fight scenes will look a lot better, and we can do more things. I can drive the Batmobile now. I can get in the Batwing, the Batboat. Going to be a lot of cool fights. It's going to be so cool. Final question. Final question from them. Will Bruce live somewhere else while the mansion is being built, or will there be a time jump? There will be a time jump of 2 years between end of season 1 and season 2. However, there will be flashbacks to Bruce living somewhere else, but when the flashbacks kind of end, after showing how Robin kind of gets his whole, like how Robin becomes Robin, it'll jump to 2 years later, and the mansion will be rebuilt. And it'll be different, so we're going to see how that goes. Okay. Will Riddler and Man-Bat be in season 2? This is from True Hex. Man-Bat will be, Riddler won't. Will you do Death in the Family? This is from Mindzilla22. Death in the Family? Would love to do it. Sure. I'll definitely, like I said, I plan, if the series goes as long as I would like and I get to do all the things I'd like to do, Death in the Family is on the list. Tio, I don't want to say your last name wrong. I'm just going to say TOG. I don't want to say it wrong. I'm so sorry. Will you do Killing Joke? I would love to do Killing Joke, yes. So, these are all the questions. I'm sorry if your question wasn't asked or whatever. I did have some repeat questions, so I did have to skip over some people's questions because they were repeats. But that is all of them. Now I'm going to go over and I'm going to announce who won the skin statue from the comment section. So thank you for everyone who answered the question, or asked questions. I answered them. I'm thanking myself. No, thank you to everyone who asked questions. I really appreciate it. You guys dug deep. You got some good info. But yeah, you'll have to wait a little bit for Season 2. I'm so sorry about the wait, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. Like, there's going to be Batmobile fight scenes and like chasing cars and stuff. Oh man, it's going to be so cool. I got a lot of cool stuff I can write into it now. I was really restricted in Season 1, but now Season 2 I get to like let loose and do all the cool stuff I've always wanted to do. It's going to be so awesome. So yeah, anyway, that is it for the questions. Let's pop over and see who won that skin statue. Alright, so the winner of today's skin statue is D-Punk. Look, it even got Legend of Gotham QnA underneath it. D-Punk, you put Endor Jedi skin. I may have done the wrong one. I did just like his traditional Jedi Knight skin, but I know there was one on Endor where he like covers up his Jedi Knight attire with like a helmet and like this little cloak thing, like this camo sort of like poncho or whatever he puts over himself. So if I made the wrong one, please let me know, because I will be sure to fix it. Just leave a comment, I'll see it. But yeah, there's your skin. You're amongst the many skin statues here. It's awesome. So yeah, it's starting to fill up. I'm gonna start a new row pretty soon and get that on the go. And yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. So yeah, if you guys want to, like, what do you guys want to see for future videos? Because obviously, you know, Batman series is a bit on hold. I talked a bit about my Gotham City and how, like, honestly, I'm kind of a bit in a rut with my Gotham City. I'm having a hard time working on it because, like, I build stuff, and honestly, it's not going great because I'll build something, and then if I want to get rid of it because I don't like it or I want to change it, it takes forever to get rid of it. It takes forever to build it. PC right now, it's a lot better for me because, like, I can just build stuff and get rid of stuff at will, do whatever I want. So, like, transferring back, like going back and forth, has been really difficult. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep working on the one that I'm doing on PC. It's gonna have a lot of the same buildings, if not improvements, to the ones I currently have on my Gotham. And yeah, so I don't know if that's gonna become like my new main Gotham or anything like that. Like, I'm not gonna spit it, you know, kind of spit that out there or anything, but I will be working on that one for the time being. So I mean, if you guys want to see me working on that, I guess I could do some videos on that, I suppose. But yeah, so anyway, just let me know what you guys want to see. I'm going to do some tutorials anyway, you know, Batmobiles and whatnot. I want to get back into doing that. But what do you guys want to see? I know I've seen a few comments saying that you guys want to see me playing with Tayo more. Normally, I haven't done too many videos with him, at least, just because recording on PC isn't as easy for me. I'm still trying to get it figured out, and I'm waiting on actually buying a PC before I do a lot of recording on there, because it's just a lot easier in terms of like graphics and how it looks. It just looks a lot better if I actually have a PC. So did you guys want to see videos of me on there anyway? I know my Hero Games ones I did were PC. Those I'd use my capture card. It was a bit of a difficult setup, but if you guys want to see more of those, like more videos like that where I'm playing with Tayo and all them, I can totally do that. But yeah, I'm just curious on what you guys would like to see in the meantime while we're waiting on stuff. I know I'm getting the adventures worked out too. I was hoping to have that, although I do not like the Better Together beta, I was hoping to have it on there where I could at least do custom skins, but they don't have them yet. That's probably going to be in the final release in like November, so the adventures is kind of delayed, even though I have a good bit of it planned. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling, but you guys get the idea. What do you guys want to see is really what I'm trying to ask. Once again, Gotham City stuff is kind of off the table right now, but if you want to see stuff on like my PC one, I mean, sure, I guess you can watch me build on there. I don't really know if that's that exciting, but sure. There's other stuff I can do. I've debated on even like streaming on Twitch. I can do that from Xbox, playing some games with a few friends, you know, playing like Halo or whatever. I can stream, I don't care. Like I play quite a bit of Halo. That's kind of like what I do in my downtime. a little bit of enjoyment for me, so I'm not just doing the same thing all the time, like just playing Minecraft. That way I don't get sick of it. I play other games, so if you guys want to see me play that, or like Injustice, or like something like that, the Arkham games, I can stream that. If that's something you guys would want to see me do, go for it. I mean, just let me know. If I get enough of you guys asking me to stream, I'll put a link to my Twitch down in the description. How about that? We'll do that. So yeah, anyway, these are all suggestions, possible things I can do. Please let me know some stuff. I need some stuff to do. Mainly my Minecraft Batman series is what I'm mainly focused on right now, but I would like to do other things in the meantime. So suggestions are welcome. Anyway, that's it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Q&A. Hopefully you're very knowledgeable about what Season 2 is going to be like. At least you have a good idea, and hopefully you're excited for it. Anyway, guys, drop a like down below if you enjoyed today's video, and as well, subscribe if you already haven't. I would hope that you would. And yeah, anyway, guys, I am BadSir867, and I'll see you guys all later. Peace out.